Welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the UL Monroe Warhawks and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Nittany Lions head coach before the game. This could be one of their most important games of the year. With both teams undefeated, this game is a separator. As the college football playoff looms near, they have to separate and prove they are one of the best teams in the country. They have a chance to do that here today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Kick it away first. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Makes a move. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. So the UL Monroe Warhawks offense will go to work first. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they tried the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
He's got him in the flat. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be fourth down. There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field, around midfield, going for it the wise move. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Let's take just a second here on the Warhawks. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready. All right, guys, let's take a minute and talk about the Warhawks. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Off-play action. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with... It's a fake! It's a fake! The kicker wants to throw it! And they're not going to pick up the first down on the fake field goal. I know they wanted to be aggressive, throw caution to the wind. They might have been better off playing it safe there. So Penn State's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And onto the field for the first time comes Kobe Howard. They found him in the end zone 5 different times in their victory in the last game. Hits inside, it's Jones. Surged ahead for a couple there, it'll be 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one, they need 8 on 2nd down. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Pulls it in, it's Alexander. Smashes through the tackle. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. In the backfield, it's Samuel. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 10. Touchdown, Penn State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Slips through the line. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Hand off from the shotgun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Warhawks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. Drives inside. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Needs it here on 4th down. Keeping his eyes downfield. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The option, he'll keep it. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. And on Jones. They were all over it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Oh, pressure's coming. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Quick give. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a crease. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Hand it to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. From the gun, running back gets to give. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off play action on first down. Looking for a huge play. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. They'll need a bunch on second down. The play fake. Rush right in his face. Right side, it's Bailey. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. The Warhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to establish the run. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without... Touchdown, UL Monroe! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're all over him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top 5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff positioning.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get to the best team in the country.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Punt is in the air. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He's got great speed. Oh, he got loose. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. Uh-oh, look out. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. He's racked up 92 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. Wants to throw one first. Look out! Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Lets it fly. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jones. They put the brakes on it. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wants to pass. Rushes on. Out wide right, it's Jones. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On his way back from the 20. He gets a block. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Pulls it in with one hand.
Man, what a catch by the big tight end. They got those big old huge mitts, those big dudes. So nice job sticking up in the air, and it just sticks to it, makes the nice spectacular grab.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Drops back on first down. Quick catch. Crosses the 10. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And the Warhawks will try to put one on the board on first and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Warhawks!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Here comes the heat. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. When you've already set your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. Fires on the move. It's incomplete. They've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's third down. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. Under pressure. Defense was not fooled for a second, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Snap to the back. Oh, pressure's coming. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, fourth and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last fourth down there.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, UL Monroe. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the Vanderbilt Commodores. And it's the home team looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Now back to your game in Happy Valley. So far today, the most dominant player on the field has been that DB. Pass breakups, shutting down one side of the field. He's been a one-man wrecking crew, and he's played a big part in this halftime lead. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Beaver Stadium.
They get the football, but I think they touched it too soon. Flag on the field, and I believe it's coming back. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Right side, it's Howard. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. He's got it. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. That last completion left him with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Jones. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they edge closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll set up to throw. Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That last sack's not on the line. That's on him. Now it's 3rd down. He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing. And they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Dead center perfect. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out.
Gashes him in the middle. Past the 20. He's at the touchdown, Warhawks. And the stomping has commenced.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off.
Number 27, set to kick this one away.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Tells the run, lost a pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on 2nd down from the 15. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. On the run, fires downfield. Out wide right, it's Carter. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Nittany Lions come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Sees an alley. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Long way to go on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Second and long here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They'll need a bunch on second down. Selling the fake. Fires to the middle. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Warhawks need to pick it up on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, UL Monroe. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The fake wants to throw. They're all over it, and they got him.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little bit.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the 35. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. It's complete to the left. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to go up top on second down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Got to make the play on 4th. He's got it. 1st down and more. As we're working our way into the back half of the season, here's the Heisman Trophy race and some of the candidates, including a guy that we've seen today. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Warhawks in the hurry up. Lost to throw again. Got his man on the outside. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a 1st down. Right side, it's Westbrook. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. The Warhawks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They're working that left side. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking to throw, it's Graves. Look out! They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 and 2nd and 14. Turns it upfield. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Warhawks! The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. And they tacked on the extra point. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, going to throw it. Working that left side now. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Trying to slip through and pick it up. He's past the sticks.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
He had no chance. A host of defenders back there for a loss of 4. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Couldn't get them blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. 3rd and long right here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Back's got it on the screen. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Catch is made at the 15. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. Sees some running room. He's past the marker. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air, it's Graves. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Long way to go on second down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Complete to the left. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
A few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. They weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Gonna run it. It's Stevens. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.